how's everybody doing? Welcome back to Ass Hat Podcast on YouTube. Yeah, I'm kind of in a goofy mood tonight. Today, it don't matter because this video is in the time frame that you're watching it. Time is absolute. Time is relative. Time is a straight line that's connected at 2 points. Oh yeah. But what we got here, this is it's a comic I didn't know anything about. Never even heard of it. And earlier in 2009, excuse me, wow. 2019, the town I live in actually has a comic shop. It's mostly a gaming store, you know, Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh! I guess kids still play Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't know. I know Magic's huge there. And they sell board games and stuff like that. And they even have like records and old toys and shit and the fucking Funko Pops. They have comics. They have like, you know, new releases. Then they have their wall books, which are usually $3 to $15, and it's a little assortment of stuff. And then they have their cheap bins. And the cheap bins are normally $1 each, but if you buy enough and if the guy knows you, he'll cut you a deal, because a lot of this is just, they'll buy huge collections, pull out the stuff they know they can sell for a decent price, and just throw the rest in the cheap bins. Well, I'm digging through the cheap bins, you know, and my deal when I go in there is, if I'm gonna have to pay $1 each, I'm gonna spend $20. I'm gonna get 20 comics for $20, you know, I'm happy with that. So I started digging through there, and I saw Van Damme, the star of Bloodsport, Cyborg, adapted from the hit film Cyborg, coming to video stores September 20th. And I saw this, and I'm like, man, and I was like, Malibu did a Cyborg comic? I didn't know about it. I knew Malibu had done some, you know, adaptations of films. They did some Full Moon stuff and shit like that. So I put it to the side, yeah, I want this. And it was bagged in an old bag and board, and an old ass piece of tape on there. So I grabbed it. Didn't think shit about it. Get home and start looking up. Can't find a lot of information on it. Then I noticed this right here. A Canon video comic, because Cyborg was a Canon film, one of the last ones. Matter of fact, it was supposed to be Masters of the Universe 2. I started doing a little bit more research into it. Collector's edition comic. He's the first hero of the 21st century, Van Cleave and Von Scholey. And look, there's the bad guy. And what this is that this was a promotional item given to video stores. I don't know how many each video store got that was getting in the Cyborg movie to help promote. They're supposed to give it out to people. Well, stuff like that usually gets given. And even though the movie is, pretty sure it's already, it's probably given, these comics are given to kids. There ain't that many of these out there. I mean, this doesn't have a lot of value. I've been told, you know, CGC graded, you know, unslabbed, and I fucking hate slabs. I fucking hate that. I can see doing it for like Golden Age shit, or even Silver Age shit if you can easily get a reprint to read, but modern stuff, I don't get it. But there's a market for it. Unslabbed, 10 to 15 to 20, 25, $30. I have seen unslabbed copies of this selling online. People are asking $50 and $60. Now, I don't know if they're selling that or not, but you know, this is not something easy to come by. Matter of fact, I talked to 2 different people I know. One of them was a Goat from Hillbilly DVD Reviews, YouTube channel, got a Facebook page, got a podcast, shit like that. Huge Canon guy. He has a copy because I've never seen another one. And then I talked to Robin Bougie of Cinema Sewer fame, who's a huge Canon fan. He'd never even heard of this. So let's give this a look. And as you can see, my copy is not mint. It is probably been sitting in that long box forever. Too Tough, now available on video cassette. American Ninja 3. Blood Hunt. And then one of my favorite Charles Bronson films, Kinjite, Forbidden Subjects, which if you go back on this channel, I did a review of the DVD. I got it for Christmas in 2018. I did a review early in 2019. Great, great film. So what we got here? We got, let's look at the indicia. Cyborg, the comic book, volume 1, number 1. Published June of 1989 by Canon Video, blah, blah, blah. San Vicente Boulevard, Los Angeles. Adapted from the Canon Films motion picture Cyborg. Copyright 1989 Canon Video, all rights reserved. Consultant editor E. Stretch Angler. Art by Van Cleave and Von Scholey. No idea who that is. Art director Cynthia Grace. Writer Cirque Noah. Special advisor M.D. Ward. Additional design K. C. No similar blah 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 blah. And what this is, from what I can tell, it's just them adapting the movie. Fender Tremolo. And the art is not great. You know what this kind of reminds me of? If you've ever seen, I've done a video on these, when Now Comics had the Terminator license, art really looks like that. I mean, it's not great art, but it's not horrible. The coloring's kind of, it's on just regular newsprint. This newsprint's in pretty good shape. But I love is that you're getting all these great ads for Canon Video shit. Like this full page for River of Death with, who's in this? Michael Dudikoff, Robert Vaughn, Donald Pleasance, Herbert Lom, blah, 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 blah. Never seen it, never even heard of it, but hey, coming soon on video cassette. And all the information I found, this is the only thing Canon put out. Then we get this nice little, The Good, the Bad, and the Lovely. Jean-Claude Van Damme as Gibson Rickenbacker. Schwarzenegger, Norris, Stallone as a bodybuilder and martial arts athlete. Jean-Claude Van Damme is fast building a career that rivals these genre giants. And with the blockbuster success of the most recent film, Cyborg, the handsome young Belgian is well on his way to achieving the same enormous international popularity enjoyed by these action stars. Dale, I guess is how you, Daily Haddon Peril Prophet. Beginning her career as a 13-year-old dancer with Les Grands Ballets Canadiens, Daly Haddon went on to study acting with legendary Lee Strasberg and Stella Adler. She then moved on into modeling, working with noted photographers Richard Avedon and Lord Snowdon. Appearing on the covers of such magazines as Elle, Vogue, and Harper's Bazaar, which recently honored her in their list of top 10 most beautiful models. In addition to several hit French films, Daly has appeared in North Dallas 40, Bad Reminds, and Love Zone. Blaise Lume, Furman Vox, as martial arts consultant for TV and film, and as the U.S. Army Chief's instructor and program developer for the Special Forces Green Berets. Blaise Lume's fascination with hand-to-hand combat goes back a long ways. Of mixed Eurasian and Native American descent, Lume's many fighting disciplines include Thai kickboxing, French savate, Kung Fu, Western boxing, fencing, Jeet Kune Do, and they put scientific street fighting. Jeet Kune Do is Bruce Lee's martial arts style. He invented himself. Filipino weapons techniques such as Kali, Eskrima, Arnis, and a Special Forces graduating course in close quarter combat that he describes as a synthesis of the most effective techniques for soldiers in the field. Cyborg is Lume's first feature film. Vincent Kiln, I guess? Fender Trimlow, the hulking star behind arch-villain Fender Trimlow, is in fact a surfing and skateboarding champion. Vincent Klein, okay, earned the title of Hawaii's most famous surfer and competed internationally for 10 years. Currently ranked as one of the top 20 surfers in the world, Klein has been featured in a number of surfing films, including the hugely successful Wave Warriors trilogy. Never heard of this. Also active in modeling, Klein says he definitely likes screen acting better. A print ad is only good for a couple weeks. Acting offers the possibility of a kind of immortality. Deborah Richter plays Natty Simmons. After studying to be a veterinarian, Deborah Richter moved to L.A. and landed her first screen role as a dead body. Soon afterwards, Deborah's career livened up and she began to get parts in TV shows like My Wicked Ways and Hill Street Blues. On the big screen, she's recently co-starred in Winner Take All, Savage Age, and Promised Land. Rolf Mueller, Brick Bardo, standing 6'9". Rolf Mueller views his villainous role in Cyborg as an iconic twist since his childhood dream was to become a policeman and protect those less physically imposing than himself. Huh. And there's, let's see, there's a staple, there's like a little stain. I don't know what that's from. And see, it's got all behind the scenes shit. It's really interesting, but I've not fully read this. This has kind of been packed away. Here we got some more films. Tommy Lee Jones, Virginia Madsen, and Gotham. Supernatural Mystery, Undying Passion. Handmade Films presents a Nicholas Roeg film, Track 29, featuring Teresa Russell, Gary Oldman, and Christopher Lloyd. Track 29 offers a wild movie ride. Roeg is an out of control and perversely fascinating as ever. Five Corners with Jodie Foster, Tim Robbins, Todd Graff, and John Turturro. Instructions before viewing. Shut the windows, lock the doors, and turn on all the lights. Relax if you can. Crucible of Horror. Never seen it. The Beast in the Cellar. Never seen it. Dracula's Last Rites. I recognize that cover, but I don't think I've seen it. Schizoid. Is that Klaus Kinski? Okay. Blood on Satan's Clock. Great fucking movie. Why is this not out on DVD or Blu-ray or whatever in the United States? Really cool British, like satanic horror. Really fucking cool. Then New Year's Evil, which I think is out now. Let me get creating the 21st century production notes from the set of Cyborg. Van Damme as Cyborg. From the editor's desk, Future Shot, the conversation with Cyborg director Albert Puyon. who's known for making some really shitty movies. And look, we got a comic book convention schedule. There's Vincent Klein. A little bit more of the book. And see, it ends with the fight here. Like this. To experience the spectacular climax of this epic odyssey into the future, watch for the premiere of Cyborg starring Jean-Claude Van Damme on video cassette. Available at video outlets nationwide beginning September 20th. Cyborg coming to video September 20th. Videos coming video stores everywhere. Anyway, Cannon's Mouth. Queries, kudos, and quibbles from Canon Video View. And these are letters people writing. Look, motherfucking Charles Bronson and Michael Dudikoff. Bronson, Dudikoff, and Chuck Norris were their big guys until they got Jean-Claude. And then we got Canon Movie Tales, lavish feature-length new versions of the world's best-loved storybook classics. We got Puss in Boots, Red Riding... Oh, Puss in Boots got Christopher Walken and Jason Connery. Red Riding Hood got Craig T. Nelson, Isabella Rossellini. Ooh, nice. Snow White with Diana Rigg and Billy Barty. That's kind of cool. I wouldn't mind seeing that. Beauty and the Beast with Rebecca De Mornay and John Savage. David Warner and Cloris Leachman and Hansel and Gretel. I bet you Cloris Leachman's probably playing the witch. Sleeping Beauty, Morgan Fairchild and Tawny Welch. Tawny Welch is Raquel Welch's daughter. I know her for the Cocoon movies. I don't know what else she's done, but she's more than likely Beauty, and Fairchild's the evil stepmother or whatever. The Emperor's New Clothes with Sid Caesar, Robert Morose. And then The Frog Prince with Aline Quinn, Helen Hunt, and John Paragon. And then we got here, new from Canon Video, The Pow Wow Highway. Inspired comedy, a rare background of intelligence, irresistible, says Shelley Benson, the Los Angeles Times. A Native American Rain Man, magic, says Seattle Times. A Sacred Quest, a Noble Warrior, a 64 Buick, and a Big Mac to go. And we got this back cover, Van Damme, Bloodsport. Bloodsport's martial art wizards, Jean-Claude Van Damme carves out a dazzling new domain as the future's most fearsome warrior in this sweeping sword and sci-fi adventure epic. Convulsed by social anarchy and a virulent, incurable plague, I probably said that wrong. 21st century America has ascended into a seething barbaric nightmare on a desperate quest for data to cure the epidemic. A beautiful human robot cyborg is captured by the cannibalistic flesh pirates who plot to keep the cure for themselves. Not only the awesome fighting skills of sword for hire Gibson Rickenbacker, most of the main cast are named after guitar models. Never caught that shit when I saw it years ago, because I saw this when it came out in home video. Gibson Rickenbacker, Jean-Claude Van Damme, can rescue her and save what remains of civilization. The director of The Sword and the Sorcerer, Cyborg, delivers an explosive future-shot bloody battle against the ultimate evil. Canon Video, available through Warner Home Video. Coming on video September 20th. Reserve your copy. That is just cool as fuck. Anybody out there knows anything about this? Let me know. Like, I'm estimated print run. Anybody out there got one of these from the video store? You know, and the thing is, I asked the guy at the comic shop, and he's like, I have no idea, man. He goes, we bought collections. I didn't think it was worth, you know, it's not men. I didn't think it was worth bothering putting a price on, so I threw it in the cheap bin. And he actually mentioned, I figured when you come in, you would end up getting it, because he knows I'm going to the cheap bins. I'm not looking for, like, Batman and Superman and shit like that. I'm not even really looking for Spider-Man unless it's reprints old shit with Ditko art. But yeah, fucking Cyborg. Yeah, this is cool as shit. And this is one of those that I'm probably going to end up framed on my wall. I do that with comics. Like, any of the Golden Age shit I got, once I've read them, they get framed and put up on my wall. Because this is art. This is my art. You know, fuck some, Thomas Kincaid, where the motherfucker didn't draw hardly any of it. You just touch it with an paintbrush and they pay you up $14 for it. Fuck, you know, this big fancy shit. I love my comic art. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed that. If you did, boom! Give me that thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe, all the other bullshit. Talk to everybody later. Bye-bye.